Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night, good day to you, depending where you are in the world. We're here live in London. We're doing the nighttime devotion from the devotional Conflict and Courage by Ellen White. The title today, I Am Not Worthy. Matthew 8, verse 10. Verily I say unto you, I have not found so great faith, no, not in Israel. The centurion did not question the Saviour's power. He had not seen the Saviour, but the reports he heard had inspired him with faith in the teaching of Christ, as it had been reported to him. He found that which met the need of the soul. All that was spiritual within him responded to the Saviour's words. But he felt unworthy to come into the presence of Jesus, and he appealed to the Jewish elders to make request for the healing of his servant. On the way to the centurion's home, Jesus receives a message from the officer himself. Lord, trouble not thyself, for I am not worthy that thou shouldest enter under my roof. Still, the Saviour keeps on his way. And the centurion comes in person to complete the message, saying, Neither thought I myself worthy to come unto thee, but speak the word only, and thy servant shall be healed. For I am a man under authority, having soldiers under me. And I say to this man, Go, and he goeth, and to another, Come, and he cometh, and to my servant, Do this, and he doeth it. As thou hast believed, Christ said, so be it done unto thee. And his servant was healed in the self-same hour. The Jewish elders had commended the centurion to Christ because of the favor he had shown to our nation. He is worthy, they said, for he has built us a synagogue. But the centurion said of himself, I am not worthy. His heart had been touched by the grace of Christ. He saw his own unworthiness, yet he feared not to ask help. He trusted not to his own goodness. His argument was his great need. His faith took hold upon Christ in his true character. He did not believe in him merely as a worker of miracles, but as the friend and Saviour of mankind. It is thus that every sinner may come to Christ. Renouncing all self-dependence, we may look to the cross of Calvary and say, In my hand no price I bring, simply to thy cross I cling. I am not worthy. So this is a contrast to the devotion yesterday. The devotion yesterday, which was called From Doubt to Faith. And that was focusing mainly on they had to see what Jesus could do before they believed. Here, the centurion, his servant, was very sick. And he had heard great things about Jesus. And he didn't doubt. Because in the first sense, he said, Lord, trouble not thyself to come here under my roof. Basically, he's saying, just say the word. Just say the word. You don't have to come. Just say the word and my servant will be healed. And that's where Christ said, because of your faith, as thou hast believed, he said, so it be done unto thee. And his servant was healed that same moment. And this was a man of great influence and power, because he was a centurion who was in charge of so many soldiers, where he says, if I tell them to go, they go. If I tell them to come, they have to come. If I tell them to do this, they have to do this. He's saying, I am a man of great power, but you, Jesus, you have power of all power, basically. You have the power of God working through you. His heart had been touched by the grace of Christ, to the point that he only saw himself as unworthy. Hmm. He didn't need to see to believe. He heard and he believed. He experienced Jesus and he believed. And his servant was healed. It's not what we have. It's what we have here. It's not what we have in our hands. In my hand, no Christ I bring. We cannot bring anything to the Christ or bring anything, because we have nothing. All we have is the skin we were born in, the mind we've been given. That's all we can take to the cross. And just by his grace be accepted.